Much more choppy than usual. Maybe it's the rain. The rain may have you.
Need to pull up the, when I pull up the speed test from AT&T, it tends to straighten out. Going. And I've got it right on, like where I can get to it. AT&T. Speed test. Start. Now this should get choppy.
It's going to say everything's okay. There's nothing wrong. We are AT&T. We would never do anything wrong. There's Vicente. Vicente is back. There he is.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Look, my socket, my programming socket. Okay, host disable participant screen sharing.
Oh.
Thank you, James or Leroy.
There, it's fixed. You can do it. New meeting, new set of rules.
Okay, okay. Can you see this?
Oh, that's cool.
This is the microcontroller, this tiny thing. I just use a plug pin, a tiny plug pin to press the microcontroller against this board for programming it, and it works.
Wow.
I like it.
That's wild.
You made like your own pogo pin setup.
I am waiting for one from China, but it's still three weeks ahead. So I need something to program. Meanwhile, I'm using this solution. I'm using double phase tape between the plug pin and this piece of plexiglass. And this is another piece of PVC plastic. The idea was to complete this distance using whatever to reach the same height than this platform. And it works. That's it. Stop sharing.
That's cool.
Oh, Ray's back. Let's let Ray in. We can't forget Ray. Oh, we got video of Ray again.
Participants, how do you reactions? How you raise your hand? I don't remember.
Over on your name and participant, if you click more, I think it's in there. I think it says raise your hand.
Rename, no.
Yeah.
You can do
rename, mute, rename, no.
Down at the bottom, there's a reactions to the right.
See, I don't have it.
Reactions. Okay. There.
Yeah, there you go. They need a third one there, but it wouldn't be very
Reactions.
pleasant, you know. Say
Okay.
we should put our own, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell happened?
I will change my background just to check that it's working. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
there is it. Okay, I need a piña colada. Well, I have coffee here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pina colada, I know what it is. Mai Tai. That's what you need to do to your wife, Ray. Do the Hawaii beach shore thing in the background when you call her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then be very careful when you come back into town next time.
I haven't told her yet that I'm going back to China this year. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I should tell her from China or what.
What part of China?
Oh.
Tell her that you went to the island instead. And I don't know which
Yeah,
would be worse,
sure.
though. Should take you out in either case.
Ray's passing
Hey,
the
you guys wanna
pyramid.
see-
Hey, Ray,
You guys
Ray
ever been there?
is in Paris. This is, what is that?
That's,
This is the museum,
That is the Bass Pro Shop. It's in
Oh,
Memphis.
wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought
I
that
took
was a
picture. I was
casino.
like, what the hell is that?
interesting. Looks
I
like
thought that was a
the
casino.
Paris
No.
Museum, the Louvre, where the Mona Lisa is.
Yeah, it's a Bass Pro Shop.
The
And,
Great Pyramid.
They have ducks inside, so it's a duck sanctuary. I guess
Okay.
it's called an aviary.
Wow.
Has it always been a Bass Pro Shop?
I have no idea, man. I thought it was freaking weird. I thought the Gould were landing, so I took a picture.
Nice.
I've passed it before, but I thought it was a casino.
No,
was-
it says Bass Pro Shop right on it.
Yeah,
Right there.
that was probably 20 years ago, though, so may not have always been a Bass Pro Shop.
I didn't get a picture. I'm trying to get me out of it. Down here on the bottom left, there's like the entry area, and it actually does look like a typical Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah, I see. The green roof and the shape is the same.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I've passed that before, but that was like 20 years ago.
Jim disappeared.
I'm a ghost.
Yeah.
Some say I look better this way.
Maybe you need more light in your face.
Yeah,
More light.
that's an unusual request for me. Usually they say you need less light on your face.
Okay.
Let's see. You can see my hat now. That's all that counts anyway.
Oh,
There's my birdhouse. That's a project that me and my son worked on last weekend.
Okay, nice.
I get to live in the birdhouse now.
How you did the round piece of the door entry. This metal ring is made of what?
It's on
It's
there
a
with
washer?
screws.
It's a
No,
washer or what?
it is actually a cut piece of sheet metal. Pretty thin.
Uh-huh. Finally, you bought your laser to cut metal.
No, that's what I'm going to go back to China for this year.
Leroy and me are waiting. We are waiting for that to start
I have
doing
been
stuff.
saving my money. It takes a long time to save my money for that, man. A lot of money.
Would be nice to cut aluminum with a laser and do whatever.
Okay, I have an idea. We can take the cost, divide by 4, and we can all share the cost.
Okay, we need to fight
Of what?
for people.
Why are we?
Leroy can go first.
What are we spending money on?
No,
Google says
Ray wants to split in 4 months the cost.
Google says that pyramid was originally a home of the NBA team from Memphis.
Okay. Okay.
So it wasn't a casino, but it wasn't Bass Pro Shops.
Was it originally an stadium?
events arena and the home of the city's NBA team.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Hmm.
Let's
I
see.
didn't want to get you guys all stuck on the pyramid, the Great Pyramid.
It says that there's a hotel in there, indoor swamp, a bowling alley.
Then take the first
An
right.
indoor swamp.
That's what it says. Yeah, it looks like there was a restaurant in there. Looks like it was an actual mall at one time.
Ray,
Nail Creek Road. Then take the first right.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there you go.
this is my SIP socket to program the 3 cents microcontroller.
He's got better tools than we have, so to speak. Oh, we got some old i5.
Look for another image. Okay, I found this is me with Miguel. Do you remember Miguel?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is me, like 30 years ago.
Wow. So what's going on down in Venezuela these days?
Oh, no fuel, no gas,
Turn right on
no
I-40.
electricity, no water,
Lane
Wow.
closed were reported on I-440.
a lot of trouble, a lot.
Is this bad or good?
I don't know. Will be good if it is the end of something, but it's bad if it's always this way, you know. I don't know.
I just didn't know if no electricity and no water would mean that there's also no fighting.
No what?
No fighting, no criminal.
Well, actually, there is a lot of criminality now. A lot people is hungry, is going out looking for food.
Vicente, I saw something today that made me think of you. They're getting a lot more motors now on Amazon and eBay. They're DC motors, like 12 volt and 24 volt DC motors, like $16 for a pair of them. But they're DC motors. They're 16, $18, and you can buy the remote for them, the Bluetooth remote for them, pretty cheap for those wheels.
Interesting.
They have a standard connection they have. What they're for is these little cars that the kids can ride in. The kids can drive. And they have in them, you can buy one for $150, and it has 12 volt, two 6-volt batteries, and it has two 12-volt motors, and it allows you to switch to remote. So you can drive them remotely, and they're like for $150 with the remote comes with it. It's funny.
Wow.
But they have a 45 watt and 65 watt versions, and apparently if they're heavy enough to carry a kid, that has to be able to carry quite a bit of weight. And they're just simple DC motors. They're saying that they're 20,000 RPM and 30,000 RPM. That seems a bit fast for me. But yeah, look on Amazon and eBay, and you'll find. I just look for, wheel motors, and they have a standard. It looks like a standard coupling mechanism to couple up to wheels to these toy car wheels. Cheap. A pair of them.
Can you put the link after this meeting somewhere?
Sure. Let's see. We can look it up now. Well, maybe not me. Let's see. Go to. Electric wheel motor.
Yes. I want to get a number 9 classic grilled chicken sandwich.
Ray's ordering food. Ray's getting muted. That's funny.
Oh.
All I see for electric, I mean, that's pretty generic search. I'm getting like big industrial wheel motors. What?
Do a toy wheel motor.
A
See if
what?
that makes it better.
A what kind of wheel
Toy
motor?
wheel, electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one right there. Give you an idea of what I'm talking about. It should be coming up slowly. See this one to the far right? Let me know when you see it.
The gearbox motor,
Yeah,
the 65 watt.
It says 35,000 RPM too, which is, holy cow, I wouldn't want to be around that sucker. 65 watt. You can put 2 of these on, okay? And it apparently gives you quite a bit of torque. But you can carry around a, 35, 45 pound kid with these little motors. The regular one, the 25,000 RPM, they say. Well, there's some more. Some of the notes I've been reading saying they've been putting 24 volts on these guys successfully.
I got a lot of motors
So they,
when MCM closed. They sell out a lot of motors, Gear motors. I have plenty of those.
This is a standard coupling they use. And some of them I've seen the other part of it. The other part is a matching, the female part of this, or the male part of this, and it slips over the wheel, it slips over the axle, and has a slot in it. So if you have a 2 protrusions, you just need that other piece and protrusions in your axle, and you're good to go. That's all you need. But these are awful cheap, and some of them have the remote, and some of them have the controller for the remote. So, some of them have their own kit. When you get your searching mechanism right, say power car wheels, motor, or something like that, you'll see that there is more out there than we knew about. And they have the accessories too.
Let's see.
There was one of them was 27 megahertz. I don't know if I would go for that one. Oh, there's a little different one. Now, this is the kind of thing I was really interested in because I don't need the sophisticated stuff. This is just a dumb device.
Transmission gear, stereo. Let's see.
And here, this is, no, that's not the matching gear.
Gearbox.
There's a 6-volt one. The 6-volt one is probably a little
Looks
underpowered.
that they are used for shades, to roll shades in the windows. You see, to couple to a automatic shade in the window.
They're made for toys like this, utility vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
This has got a little different coupling there.
Yeah, but this,
I opened something that had a motor in that looked a lot like that. I don't remember what I did with that motor. I don't remember what toy it came out of.
A couple of these could definitely move 50 pounds worth of stuff around, absolutely, and probably a bit more if you didn't want to go fast. You get the 65 watt and probably move quite a bit.
it's interesting because you have a lot of power and low speed. Nice.
Actually, I've got one of the play toys. It's similar to this. In fact, I think it's this Jeep here. That's it. And I drive it around the front yard with the remote control for 20 minutes and I noticed no reduction in power. It goes pretty fast. So you might want to borrow it. If you have some ideas, you want to try it, let me know. I'll let you borrow it.
Mhm.
It's got two 6-volt batteries in it. It's got two 12-volt motors in it. Yeah, 12-volt. And it's got a remote switch, so you can drive it. And I just drive it all over the front yard just for fun. This may be my new trash can transport, as you guys may have guessed.
It can be used for delivery food in the restaurants, you know, for people.
Yeah, that's true.
Using the remote control, you put a table over it, a tiny table,
Yeah.
and deliver food without touching people.
And it'll play music too. See, these
The
things
problem
are.
is your trash has to be at least 3 years old or older.
Well,
That's a horrible joke.
are they talking mentally or physically?
For safety, you know.
For safety reasons, your trash has to be
Yeah.
3 years old or older.
Yeah. Preferable.
That's horrible. I don't remember what toy I opened a toy up not too long ago and it had something in there like that. I don't remember what it was. I'm sure I kept the motors.
Well, see, these guys, there's one, the 6-volt version for $70, and that's the whole car. Some people already have the remote stuff for it anyway. And you can buy the plugins for these things too, where they just plug into the controller. Not that there's anything exotic about it. It's probably just a DC motor. And if you want to get really good, they have the 4-wheel drive. You can get the 4-wheel drive versions too. You better have some money for those. There's $179 for that one. I think I paid like $150. Enough of that? Okay. Get me back from the moon. Oh, there's that new Ray's got his voltmeter, frequency meter, all that right next to Vicente now.
Vicente's having too much fun with this background video thing.
He's kicking our butt, man. We can't do that.
He's got
I do like that blue lettering on the multimeter. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. I like it.
Somebody got a color book out? Kenny's gone. Yeah, it can't be him coloring.
Oh, I'm scraping a gift card off. I was getting ready to buy some stuff on Amazon. That's probably what you heard.
I heard me chewing on my tater tots with the Sonic.
Oh, Vicente figured out how to raise his hand.
Yeah, I did it. Finally.
What is that for? Or something?
What?
He's
He's
moved
back in the
again.
tropics.
So maybe we'll try to dig up some of those DC toy motors with their accessories to see what we can come up with.
If I can buy the 3 cent controllers and a programmer and emulator all for like $110, does anybody want to buy some of those? Sounds like Leroy's not interested yet.
I still don't know why I need it.
To make the smallest stuff you can.
I
Something
know,
that
I
fits
know.
inside of a button, t-shirt button.
Yeah.
Call it a startup, Ray.
We're down to about 10 minutes, guys.
Yeah, it is a high dollar investment for startup costs, $100. Then you don't need to buy any more programmer, emulator, all fun stuff.
Maybe if I was actually
I'm curious.
making a product or something, but you know, I don't really see that I have a need for it because I would probably just do a one-off
much-
kind of deal.
I tell you
As
that you
smart
will,
as you are, and as much stuff as you make, Leroy, I'm surprised that you're not making something that you can sell.
Nah,
You've got plenty of time.
I know. I just have fun.
yeah, no, you will suffer if you try to program the microcontroller. It's a little complicated. It's a mess. I did a lot of research and analyzing the code of examples and reading the manuals because it uses a C-like language, but you can do array. You cannot make arrays, or you can not make some. You cannot make operations of math operations inside the functions. You want to add. You want to call a subroutine with a parameter. You cannot make operations inside the parameter field, like value +1. You need to add to the value 1 and then use it in the function. It's very limited language, you know. But after that, if you want to do simple tasks, it's okay. It's okay.
Well, I feel like buying a set of those programmer controller stuff just to be able to stay on the same level as Vicente. That way, he and I can work on some projects together.
Great. Something will arise.
An accident was reported on I-24.
I thought that we can make a line follower for 3 cents microcontroller. With the 8 pins, you can test a couple of photoresistors and drive a couple of motors, and you have a very tiny and cheap robot, maybe using tiny vibration motors or something. I don't know.
I think so. I think you can do it.
And then I could test it. I'll volunteer to test it.
You also can blink a LED.
Yeah.
You can blink a LED. Is really good for that.
You know, I was thinking something more in the lines of prankster devices. You take a coin cell battery,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
microcontroller, and an infrared LED, and you pin it to somebody's curtain in their living room, and every 10 hours you turn the television on by accident,
Yeah. I
or you
was
turn their
thinking,
television off.
I was
it's
thinking on to make earrings for my daughter using there is a tiny photocell that is like 5 by 5 millimeters. And then you put the microcontroller waiting for the voltage to rise enough to blink a LED or something in the ear ring to make some kind of earrings that blinks after several seconds or minutes using just the light, the ambient light and the microcontroller. I don't know. You can use also batteries like the 1616 or 1620 battery that is pretty small and make a tiny board with some LEDs to make an ear ring or something. I don't know. Those kind of things.
Make a nose that blinks and be Rudolph.
Yeah. You can program the microcontroller to drive a yellow LED to look like a candle, you know, moving flames like a candle, things like that.
You have enough little ideas, and you might be able to get his interest, or for Leroy to think of something else we can do. Because I know when some of the Radio Shacks were going out of business, the stores were closing, I bought up some of their kits and connectors and robotics and stuff like that. And one of the kits that I bought was all it was a battery pack, a wire, a tiny little controller, and an LED. And all it did was turn it on and off. And I eventually ended up taking that and wiring it into something for my daughter at school so that she could make an Iron Man necklace. Basically, it had a little thing that went on her chest that was in the shape of a triangle, and it looked like the Iron Man power source.
Right? Yeah. That kind of stuff can be done.
Okay, the troll. So what does this troll thing do?
It's like what you said. But it's a audio pranker.
So it's
Okay.
cricket noises and shit like that.
Oh, and random times, and it's a Arduino 328 or a Atmega 328.
Mhm.
So you just pop that chip out and you can reprogram it to do anything. But
Oh yeah. What's that cost?
I was like 18 or 19 bucks, I think. It wasn't horrible. Its biggest downfall is there's no programmer on it, so you actually have to pull the chip
Pop
to
it out,
program
change
it.
it, put it back in. Yeah, but if you could get this down to like the size of 5 quarters stacked up, I mean in total.
Yeah, I
and
know.
then it uses a safety pin to hold it in place. That would be badass. I mean, it really would.
There were a lot of things that a couple of us gave the creator of that ideas to, if he had a new model. But you know, if he ever came out with Model 2, and one of them was make it a little smaller, but
A lot smaller.
it's not bad.
A lot smaller.
I've used it a few times. I printed that 3D pumpkin, and that's what I used, you know, for that. So it's not bad. It just shows that you're not the only one that thinks like that, Ray.
Less than 1 minute. Upgrade to Pro.
Okay. Well, it's been nice to have a meeting with you guys, messing with you while I'm going down the highway. So,
Hey,
see you guys next time.
nice to see you.
Talk to you later, Ray.
Later.
We are almost officially out of time.
Okay, I will share my screen to show you what another project I am working on. It's a computer in a ruler.
I like it.
It's the Kimbak One, the first PC designed in 1970.
Does it do